Archival recording. 322 days ago.
Okay, so you're telling me the big guys up in 05 have seriously authorized this? Ha! Well, as long as they don't divulge too much information, we'll be fine. God, I do not want another replay of the B415 amnestic incident. It took ages to make sure the population forgot they saw that thing. But alright, I'll get to it.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but a good story can be worth 1,000,000 discussions. I'm your best friend on the internet, and join me as we explore stories untold.
What is the SCP Foundation? The SCP Foundation is a government organization that's put in charge of capturing, containing, and documenting anomalous events, entities, and creatures found throughout our world. The letters SCP stand for Special Containment Procedures. These refer to the documents themselves that catalog the anomalies, everything from their designated level of danger, to their description, to how the Foundation secures them. And on occasion, the documents might even contain extra files outlining interviews, explorations, and experiments. It is of note that some documents will have redacted text. These parts of the documents are deemed too much for civilian eyes, and are thus censored for your safety. The term SCP is also used by Foundation staff to refer to the anomalies directly, usually referring to the anomalies as SCP-blank, the blank being the specific SCP's number. To date, the Foundation has been able to capture, categorize, and contain hundreds, if not thousands, of anomalous creatures. However, the list of SCPs only continues to grow on a daily basis as more of these creatures are encountered by everyday people. The Foundation has a strict hierarchy that must be followed. People are designated security levels 05 to 00. However, we will not be going over that in this video. One thing that is worth explaining, however, are D-Class personnel. They are expendable personnel used to handle extremely hazardous anomalies and are not allowed to come into contact with Class A or Class B personnel. Class D personnel are typically drawn worldwide from the ranks of prison inmates convicted of violent crimes, especially those on death row. Aside from D-Class personnel, the Foundation is mainly comprised of various researchers, engineers, military, and more, with the higher-ups even including some world officials, both old and new. How are SCPs classified? SCPs are categorized under 3 primary classes, with 2 other class types that are less commonly seen. The 3 primary classes are Safe, Euclid, and Keter. Safe class SCPs are anomalies that are easily and safely contained. This is often due to the fact that the Foundation has researched the SCP well enough that containment does not require significant resources, or that the anomalies require a specific and conscious activation or trigger. Classifying an SCP as safe, however, does not mean that handling or activating it does not pose a threat. Euclid class SCPs are anomalies that require more resources to contain completely, or where containment isn't always reliable. Usually this is because the SCP is insufficiently understood or inherently unpredictable. Euclid is the object class with the greatest scope, and is usually a safe bet that an SCP will be this class if it does not easily fall into any of the other standard object classes. As a note, any SCPs that are autonomous, sentient, and/or sapient are generally classified as Euclid due to the inherent unpredictability of an object that can act or think on its own. And lastly, Keter class SCPs are anomalies that are exceedingly difficult to contain consistently or reliably, with containment procedures often being extensive and complex. The Foundation often can't contain these SCPs well due to not having a solid understanding of the anomaly, or lacking the technology to properly contain or counter it. A Keter SCP does not necessarily mean the SCP is dangerous, just that it is simply very difficult or costly to contain. However, most Keter-class SCPs often pose a high threat to the Foundation and the whole world. There are a few Keter-class SCPs that could possibly cause apocalyptic damage to the Earth, and even begin an XK-class end-of-the-world scenario. The two other types of SCPs are Thaumiel and Neutralized. Thaumiel-class SCPs are anomalies that the Foundation specifically uses to contain other SCPs, mainly Keter classes. Even the mere existence of Thaumiel-class objects is classified at the highest levels of the Foundation, and their locations, functions, and current status are known to few Foundation personnel outside of the O5 Council. Neutralized SCPs are anomalies that are no longer anomalous, either through having been intentionally or accidentally destroyed or disabled. Alright, I read your silly little report. Am I done here? Ha, good. And where's Dr. Bright? I might want to grab a drink with him at 294.